In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a related work order for a project work. In this case, we're going to use the Overhill project, and we're going to make a related work order to replace valve number 8. So the first thing we need to do is find the Overhill project. So I'm going to go into my work order filter. I'm no longer looking for work that's assigned to me. I'm going to go into the description and put in the word Overhill, and I'll go ahead and apply that. And here's our Overhill main replacement project. There's the work order for it, and we're already here on the map where it's at. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and you can see there's already a related work order. If I go in and look at that related work order, it's this work order here, which is a replacement of valve 10. So you can see it's a valve replacement already written for valve 10. So navigating back to the parent work order, and you can see this is the Overhill main replacement. There's the project number, and we are going to create a related work order to replace this valve down here by Loma Vista. This valve right here. So I'll go to the related work orders. I'm going to hit plus. It's going to tell me that it's going to create a new work order and link it to the current work order, which is fine. Now at this step, it's asking me what I want to do, but it's creating the related work order against the same asset as the parent, which in this case is incorrect. So before I go any further, I'm going to click this icon here, which is the map with the indicator of the asset that it's written against. And it tells me it's written against this line. So I'm going to right click that, remove the asset. It'll prompt me, am I sure? Yes. And then I'm going to hit the plus to add an asset to the work order. So it's going to tell me to select from the asset type from the tile bar, and then select the asset. So I'm going to say this is a valve, and it was down here by Loma Vista. So this is the valve we want to replace, valve 8. I go ahead and select that, and then right down here where it says add selected. So now it has this valve asset on the work order. Now I can hit back and start my work type. And in this case, it's just going to be a maintenance work order. I'm going to go ahead and put the status as scheduled. And in this case, section 413 is going to do the work. So I'll go ahead and make that the team. And Jake Wallen will be the owner, right? Because he's the supervisor of the 413 team. Priority, I'm going to set to low. We'll let Jake set that priority up if he chooses to. Work class, this is part of a project, so I'm going to go ahead and hit project. And we're going to call this valve replacement. And I'll just say that this is VO8, just in case anyone's wondering which valve we're replacing. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So what this is doing is obviously it's creating our work order like normal. I'll go ahead and bring Overhill up again, and we'll see now it has two related work orders, right? And they'll be in order. The newest one is at the top. You know, this is 215322. And if I open this up, you can see that this is the valve replacement for valve 8. We left it scheduled, and then at some point that Jake decides who he's going to assign this to, he would come in here and add the assign to the appropriate crew leader who's going to execute this work. Now, if you were creating this work order and executing it right away, you could go ahead and put your name in there and just go ahead and proceed with the work. Switch this from scheduled to in progress and go ahead and proceed with the work. But my thought here is that we'll probably have these work orders created ahead of time, and then set the schedule, then assign to the appropriate crew member as the supervisor decides. So that's the strategy for creating a related work order to a project. And again, the only semi-tricky thing here is having to go in and change the asset from the asset of the parent work order to the appropriate asset. So it's going in here, deleting the current asset, hitting the plus, grabbing the tile for the valve or the main or whatever asset is the appropriate asset type, selecting it from the map, and then hitting add asset. So go ahead and review this video anytime you need a refresher on how to do this. And of course, I'm always available to help if necessary. Thank you very much.